Hey guys, Duke Brander here. So I haven't done any footwork videos yet, and it's high time that I did. So I'm going to start doing some of those. Uh, as I've processed footwork over the years and tried to train it, figure out how to train it to people, recently I've come to a newer idea on a way to teach my footwork that I think will help get things across a little bit better. And what I'm talking about is 4 stages of footwork lesson plan. First one is called positional footwork. The second one is engagement footwork. The third one would be combat footwork. And the fourth one and final one would be disengagement footwork. So the positional footwork is the first one, and there's going to be a series of videos just for positional footwork because we have to build a foundation of that footwork from the more fundamental beginner level footwork up through to the more intermediate footwork in the positional footwork lexicon. The positional footwork is defined as the footwork that we're going to use to move around our opponent, to move towards our opponent, to move away from our opponent, basically so that we're to move side to side with them, etc., to pivot, etc. These things being positional, they're to respond to what our opponent's doing when they're moving, trying to move to or around us, and we're deciding not yet to engage. But it's very, very important because then you're also using the positional footwork to kind of use your footwork to gain an advantage by getting to an onside or an offside or just in range or just out of range, things of that nature, and etc. So this first one, positional footwork, is going to be linear footwork. Again, the footwork that I use, been using for years, is just forward and back linear footwork. So we take our guard, and the guard is going to be, we start by standing so that we're sideways to our opponent who's over here, and we put our, because I'm right-handed, I'm going to put my left foot into the arch or kind of the forward part of the heel of my right foot, and then I'm going to extend forward, and then I'm going to bend down my knees, remaining upright, and take my guard position. Now this guard position is, depends on shields and swords and all the other different weapons forms and things that you'd be using. But this footwork that I use never changes for any of the weapons forms that I use. The nature of the choices might change, but the lexicon of moving through the fundamentals to the intermediate and the advanced, those things are not going to change for weapons forms. Notice how this knee to the foot is perpendicular to the floor. Okay? All right, so the lesson today is linear forward and back footwork. And by the way, this is, as taught to me, very, very much line fencing fighting footwork. So you can also go to footwork from a fencing viewpoint for videos to see some different angles and whatnot for the same lesson. Well, we basically call it heel toe. So to start, I'm going to lift this foot up and put my heel where my toe is, and then I'm going to come forward by gathering that step, this back step over here, and bringing it forward so that this guard position, the stance, if you will, has the same distance between the feet. So that's what we're doing. And then back, we're going to push off with the toe, and then step back with the back foot, and then come forward. And heel, down to toe, down to toe. Forward. backward step can also be push and just shift it back like that. I don't want to do a wave when I'm moving. My shoulders shouldn't bounce up and down. I know you can't see that with this video because I'm showing feet, but that's where we're at. This is linear footwork. And back. Okay, linear forward and back footwork. One more time, show the shoulders. So as I was saying, the shoulder line should not rise and fall. We're not standing up and then dipping down. We're not doing this. Everybody tends to want to do that to start because their thighs aren't strong enough to allow them to do it, but that's just practice. See how my shoulders remain at the same level of the floor, same distance. I'm not popping up and down. Okay? Positional footwork number 1. Forward and back linear footwork.